heck is knocking on the door? Who is it? We're not setting no daggone enrollments right now. Not nobody, not no how.
But I sent $10 to Cash App.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate the $10, brother. I know that's all you had. All right. But next time, send 20. Go wait over there in admissions.
That's a nice water, lady. Turn around and give it up.
The 500. You might as well. Y'all done gave this man $1.6 million. You might as well pay the 500. And you know what's crazy? Dr. Umar Johnson just wakes up and think about what scam can he run on the black community every day, and he don't even have no shame. Like, he don't even feel ashamed about coming online every day begging people for money. Like, I would be embarrassed as a man, as a grown-ass man, that got to come online every day and beg people for money, scam people for money. Because I don't know if you guys remember that he did this.
Has the audacity, the arrogance, the nerve, the narcissisms to get at their husbands and say, hey, you can send your wife to be a date with me. With no further ado, you think I'm lying? Check out what Dr. Umar Ifa today must be stopped has been up to. He would take your wife out my near on my mama.
So the Date with the Doctor reality show is really a conversation platform. It is a conversation platform where Black women and I will exchange views and opinions on various issues affecting the world. Reality show, there will be no nonsense. It's going to be clean and it's going to be classy. That's going to be the context. That's going to be the background. It's not a real date. I am not looking for a wife. The ancestors will send them to me when the time is right.
Until then, he just want to get up on your wife and grind.
Let me say that again. I'm not looking for a wife. And this reality show is not a hunt for a spouse. That is just the platform, because I want sisters to have a clean and sexy situation that they're going to be coming into. Most of the time, we will be in Delaware. Sometimes we will be in Philadelphia. Sometimes we will be in Jersey. Once in a while, I will take the Date with the Doctor on the road. We will do a few in California, but it won't be often. We will do a few down in Texas, but it won't be often. We will do a few in Omaha, Milwaukee, Detroit, Chicago, but it won't be often. We'll do a few in St. Louis. We'll do a few in Kansas City. We'll do a few in Louisville, in Memphis, in Nashville, but it won't be often. We'll do a few in Ghana, in South Africa, in Kenya, but it won't be often.
And sitting here, we have all got children ourselves. You targeted one thing for me this evening, is the speech that you're making this evening is well and good doing it to us, but it's the children after us that need to be hearing this, because I'm going to be dying, and my next generation is my children and everybody else's children in this room, who at the end of the day is not hearing this preaching. Now, I'm going to say one thing to you, yeah? I told my son, my youngest, he's 27 years old, he was raised appropriately, he works, he has a profession, okay? I told him, I'm coming to Birmingham to see you. He said, oh, I said, I'm going to see Umar Johnson. He went, no, Mum, you're going to see Dr. Umar. And I said, that was great. Then I told him how I watched you the other day on WhatsApp about your honey bunnies, no white bunny, chocolate bunny, which color bunny, and you was promoting all our Black sisters. Do you know what my son said to me? He said, Mum, I understand all that. And I'm just going to quote what my 27-year-old said to me, who actually knows about you. Well, I don't know what he knows, but what he said was, Mum, why is it, if he's talking about representing the Black sisters, and the Black sisters, our brothers need to know who we are and be dating the Black sisters in the community or go and find them in every other race. He said, why is it that Dr. Umar has please let me just say this, right? Why does he have 3 children with 3 baby mothers? And if they're all Black queens, why has he not taken one of those queens and made them his absolute queen and showed the Black brothers that no matter what children you have, one of your mothers should be your permanent wife? That's what my son said to me. Thank you.
And it's a good question. Right. And my answer would simply be that my oldest daughter is 22 years old. There's no need to marry her mother, and there's reasons why I didn't marry her mother. And my 13-year-old princess is the only juvenile child that I have. My oldest is grown now. So it's really only one whose mother I would need to marry. And I'm not going to go into why. Just know that my mission dictates that whoever I marry can be a support to my home. I can't. It gotta be a support to me. And I'm going to get married because I can't have a school without my queens.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to The Informant Media. I am your host, JayThaInformant. So I wanted to make this video because this is a victory lap for all the Umar Johnson critics out there. This is a victory lap because I have proven that these Umar Johnson supporters, a lot of them, they're empty in the head, they're loud, they're proud, they're ignorant, and they don't want to hear nothing from nobody. So on your screen right here is one of Umar Johnson's loyal supporters. This is We Unlock Nation. Now, I didn't want to make him the subject of this because I got him and someone else. They apparently had a rally for Umar Johnson. And as you can see on his post, he's a proud Umar Johnson supporter. Look, check this out right here. It says, I will have my conclusions on Siobhan the Op. And as far as Lyndon Honor, the clout-chasing weirdo looking, goes, you can read that for yourself. I hope he sees his day in court for slander, abuse, definition of character. I think he meant defamation of character. So as you can see, he's waiting for FDMG to open for he can attend himself. But if you go here to his live, his live streams, Umar Johnson, Umar Johnson, Umar Johnson, Umar Johnson. And we can keep going down. This goes down for months, years actually. This goes down for years. So I just want to establish that he's an Umar Johnson supporter. He's an Umar Johnson supporter. I just want to make, establish that right there. That way you guys know that I'm not lying to you guys. I'm not lying to you guys. Look, 1 year ago, Umar Johnson. I have to put the oldest first. I guess he erased a lot of things. 1 year ago, Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson. We Unlock is live. So he got rid of some of his old stuff. Umar Johnson. So he's been an Umar Johnson loud supporter, proud supporter. Now let's go over to the other person who was also a Umar Johnson supporter. Before I get into the interview where these two were confronted by a Umar Johnson critic, and Umar Johnson critic destroyed them. So we move over here to the other host that was there that night, and I'm going to get into that interview real soon. Well, not an interview, most like a debate, I guess you can call it a debate. So we got Umar Johnson right here. Doc, I want to see you. It's not looking too good for you. Yada, yada, yada. She's posting Umar Johnson's propaganda. Got a picture of herself. She's eating Cracker Barrel, Donald Trump, Umar Johnson. Just establish that I'm not making them up as Umar Johnson supporters. They are actually Umar Johnson supporters. Let's go to her shorts. Look, Umar Johnson. Supporting Umar Johnson right there. Supporting Umar Johnson. You can go check for yourself. I played this Dodo Bird before in my last video. If you guys want to go check my last video. But what I'm establishing is that these are Umar Johnson supporters. She's supposed to have an interview coming up with Umar Johnson, this person right here. And as you can guess, she's not going to ask any questions about the school, any financial information. And if you don't think that this interview is going to be completely useless, that Umar Johnson's probably using her to get money out of her or whatever, wait till you hear this debate between her, We Unlock, and just one guy. And we're going to get into that. I'm going to play some more videos depending on how this is receptive. But let's get into that video.
Mike Barnes. May I help you, sir?
Are you guys open or what?
Who's this?
I seen a link in the chat, so I just wanted to join and just have a conversation with y'all about this whole shenanigans.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What's your take on it?
Look, respectfully, I'm somebody that followed Umar for years, like years. When Umar first started off, and there was a point in my life where I was at a dark place, right? And Umar Johnson really helped me. He helped me to kind of rediscover myself, kind of have some type of pride in myself. And yeah, one thing led to another. And then over the years with all these stuff that's been coming out, there's got to be a point where we're just like, okay, like where's the accountability, okay, right? And it's not a matter of tearing down another black man or any of that stuff, right? I'm not into that. I have 3 kids, married and everything. It's not a matter of tearing down anyone or anything, but it just has to be some level of accountability. There just has to be. You can't be the biggest advocate for black families and be a deadbeat. It makes no sense, right? And that's to be quite frank. We Unlock. I watch you. You have kids. I'm pretty sure I heard you talk about your daughter. You know what it is to be present in your daughter's life. Umar knows this because back in the day when I used to listen to him, he used to always preach about what happens to especially female girls when they don't have their fathers in their life and how they're impacted, and how they're, how they show out on the internet for like that, what's the word? For that attention, right?
Now, who is he talking about? He's talking about Anissa. Now, I didn't want to stop right there, but I had to stop it because Umar Johnson used to do all this. This is up to about 2024, where they used to bring him on programs, and he used to talk down on black parents because we're not doing enough for our kids and all that stuff, that we're not taking care of kids, stuff like that. This is what Umar Johnson used to do. Notice how he has not been on platforms talking about black parents anymore ever since he was exposed.
Mm-hmm. Umar knows this because he preached about it. There's not an Umar lecture that I haven't listened, starting back from 2013. I've listened to all of them, like listened to all of them. Everything he said, I believed in him, right? I'm telling you, I was that low in my life. I believed in everything he said. I believed him, like, to a T. I have donated. I mean, it wasn't really not much, but I don't want to come and sit here and make it sound like I sent him $10,000 and no matter. It's not nothing like that. But I just feel like there just has to be some level of accountability. There just has to be. He hasn't shown any proof of anything, right? And I'm not the biggest Lennon Honor fan or nothing, but Lennon Honor, with what he does, yes, he's a little obsessive, but he does show receipts and proof. And you could be the biggest Umar supporter. You could want to believe in Umar's dream, but there has to be a reality. If someone is showing you proof, it's like, let's say, for instance, okay, your daughter. God forbid, I'm not wishing I know your daughter nothing, but let's just say somebody said, "Oh, your daughter stole something," and you're like, "No, I know my daughter," and they show you like a video, like your daughter actually stealing. You can't be like, "Nah, like my daughter won't do that." There's proof. Like, this is your daughter doing it. You just kind of have to believe it, Yeah, there's over the years there's been multitude of evidence against Umar Johnson. Like, there's just been so many. This is way before the conscious stripper, and like Umar also has a history of back in the days. I'm not sure if you guys are too wary of the research and study that has been into Umar, because back in the days when he used to be in the UNIA, he was actually, just before he was booted out of the UNIA, he resigned because there was a scenario like this, and where he was raising money. He was like ahead. He had a high position in the UNIA, and he was booted from the UNIA for mishandling funds related to a building project. This is like public information. This is not like people hating and people. It's not none of that. This is like public information. He has a history of this. This is who he is, right?
We
Not
would
saying he's not intelligent. I'm not saying he's not intelligent. We know he can talk. We know he can talk. Umar can talk.
Excuse me. We've heard about all that before. We would have seen something by now. We would have seen something that we already know he took part in the UNIA. But this is the thing what Lennon does, and this is the thing we take where people just let him just skid by. This is the thing that he just lets skid by. You're gonna let let's call a spade then. You're gonna let a scammer get on a scammer. Because Lennon is not or
hold up. What did this Umar Johnson supporter just say? What did this Umar Johnson supporter just say? Do I need to rewind that?
Umar, you're gonna let people just let him just skid by. This is the thing that he just lets skid by. You're gonna let let's call a spade then. You're gonna let a scammer get on a scammer. Because
that's what
Lennon
I thought he said.
Is not or Umar would not be the only person who was scamming, if that's the case. Because Lennon Honor has also scammed. Lennon Honor has also begged the Black community to make his big move. The big move, which we've taken a closer look at that, and it's all over the internet. Certain things that he has erased, and perfectly good and well he has erased it, because he would have been caught dead a liar. But here's the thing. I care not about Lennon until he keeps coming up with all these videos and stuff, which is very, very obsessed, and nobody else is saying anything about him being this weird.
Hold up, but you're making nonstop videos about Umar Johnson. I mean, I've made a lot of videos about Umar Johnson. I mean, Lennon has most definitely overdone everybody else, but over the years, we unlocked. You've been making videos about Umar Johnson. You actually erased your videos from 4 years ago, where you had dozens, you guys. So I can't see how he's calling Lennon Honor weird when all his videos is about Umar Johnson, a positive outlook on Umar Johnson's life. That's what his videos are about.
Obsessed, this craze, and then on top of that, gonna go and challenge his own father. Going to challenge his father. Going to talk down to his father, and when his father didn't give him the information that he needed, he's going to call him a bitch, and then he's going to talk about the mom, and he's going to talk about the children, which nobody bothered to pick up on that. So Lennon's not off the hook.
Okay.
But here's the thing about it. I will say this. I really wish that there was an advisor that was with Umar to say, don't do any more videos. Because the moment he does a video, he's right on it. The moment he does something, he's right on it. Now, let me go to the kids for a second. We're not going to touch Anissa.
Hey, Felix, sorry,
we're not going to touch Anissa not on this show. Because we're not going to talk about any children up here. I'm just going to say this. Anissa is 23 years old. The man has been with her ever since she was 10. Now, the situation with the baby mamas and everything, that's on them. That's on the mother and that's on the father. So he's done everything that he could do, just like in every other situation.
Where's he getting his information from? Because I thought that he left Anissa when she was 10, not with her since she was 10. So anyway, that's one thing. Now, on the baby mama front, he's believing everything that Umar Johnson says. This is what I'm talking about. This socket hole belief system that Umar Johnson is right, everybody else is wrong. That's the end of the story. So, I mean, that's his perspective that he's speaking on.
Just like in every other household, we have this problem amongst the black community.
Oh, here goes the black community talk.
But, you know.
1 second. Yeah, I mean, I hear what you say.
After you, we're gonna get. Well, Philly, you have something. You have something to chime in with?
Well, I just think that people are worrying about Dr. Umar's personal life, and they have no reason to. They have no business to worry about what he does in his personal life. His children, his mother. That's his business. That's his family's business.
Okay, but Umar Johnson's in everybody else's family business. This is what the ignorant people, the ignorance right here don't understand. He can be in everybody else's life, but people get in his life, your Lord and Savior, your Messiah, and all of a sudden you're mad because your Messiah is now being attacked. You guys get what I'm putting down right now is because, like, when he's talking down on everybody else, being in everybody else's life, why is he in Shannon Sharp's life? Because Shannon Sharp is a public figure. Umar Johnson is a public figure who talks down on a lot of people, but yeah, he doesn't live by what he says or says what he's going to do. He collects all his money. He doesn't do anything. He collected money for the movies, didn't produce a movie, collected money for a school. Where's the school? But let's keep going.
No one should be talking about his mother. The moment his mother was doxxed is the moment they lost me. Period. Okay. I don't believe, and I call it doxing. When you come out here and you tell somebody something about someone's illness and talk about their clothes, it's doxing. Anyone that don't believe that, I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't. I don't know what else to say. Okay. Now, Dr. Umar, in my opinion, and I'm going to stand down on this. And period. I don't think he has scammed anybody. People have donated to him willingly. That's not a scam when people give to them willingly. I haven't given up thousands of dollars, but I've donated, and I'm going to donate again. But that is not a scam. If people want
but there's a lot of manipulation behind it.
It's not a scam if people want to continue to donate. It is not a scam. It is not a scam.
There's a lot of manipulation.
If he asks you to donate, if he come on here and say frozen but chosen, but frozen but chosen, hit the PayPal. You don't have to. Just scroll on. Don't watch him. But every time he drops a video, someone picks it up and goes to do and drag him on it. Now listen, content that you put out here, people can use it. Fair use, but to use it to just drag somebody, that's not fair use. That's not what that was meant for, and that's what these people are doing.
Okay. So to the gentleman, I have a question. You think Umar Johnson is manipulating or scamming people?
Yeah. I mean, I've listened to every like, and I've kind of picked up on some of this.
I'm just asking specifics. She did yes or no. I mean, I can understand. Any logic you may have to come behind it. But do you think
because I don't just want to be like, yeah, he's a scammer. That's easy to say. I gotta back my claim up. I say he's a scammer. Like I said, I used to be. I was on Umar's team. Like 5 years ago, you couldn't even tell me anything about Umar Johnson. But anyway, I just want to claim he's a scammer without saying my piece on it. Because I mean,
next question. Have you known anybody come back from the dead?
Wait, what?
Have you ever known anybody come back from the dead and say that there's a heaven or hell?
Nah.
But meanwhile, you have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of these Protestant and white pastors and even black pastors that are preaching this prosperity bullshit, but nobody wants to call them on that. But the scam guy,
we always do. We always call up.
Notice what he's doing. He's changing the conversation. This Q conundrum. He's changing the conversation. What about the white man? They love that. What about the Negroes? What they doing that Umar Johnson's doing? What about the white man? Don't talk about Umar Johnson. Just keep the conversation away.
A black pastor, even Umar.
I put it like this.
Yeah,
with one Umar Johnson,
we know that.
Hear me out. One Umar Johnson gets much more clicks on the internet than any of these fucking preachers.
That's irrelevant.
There's a church right there in I think it's in Atlanta called United House of Prayer for All People, where they call him the pastor Sweet Daddy. That's his name. And when he passed away, they call the next guy Sweet Daddy. But no one wants to call him out. But needs to say, at least Umar in his trials and errors can actually get you to put your hands on something tangible.
Like what?
A building. I've been there.
No, like what? Like, tell me. I don't want to hear that. Like
a building. The building that said he never had, but not one.
Oh, he's serious about that, you guys. He's about to defend that point too. He's talking about the building. He's talking about Umar Johnson has done something tangible, and the tangible thing that Umar Johnson has done is the school. Listen to the ignorant.
One Christian can actually come and tell you.
He's building. The school is 10 years late. Black people didn't donate. Black people didn't donate for a building. They donated for school.
If it was 30 years late, he's still asking.
That's the problem. That's the problem. You see, and that's the issue. That's the issue. There has to be some type of.
You have to hear me out.
You can't say it's 30 years late, and that's fine. That's a problem.
You have to hear me out, sir. You have to hear me out. You have to hear me out. He's given something tangible, something you can actually put your hands on. Whether or not it's perfect.
We haven't gotten that.
You got to let me finish, bro.
I'm just saying. You keep saying that like the school is open.
At least get a complete thought first, and then I can talk.
No, but you can't say that because it's not true. Am I lying?
So there's no building there.
The buildings are about to be taken. They're not like there's no.
I didn't ask you what they're about to be. I'm asking, are they there now? Even if they're taken tomorrow, he's still able to provide.
He promised a school to open in 2014. He didn't promise 2 abandoned buildings that are about to be taken.
So let me 2014.
There's no kids being educated.
Wait, sir.
Wait a second. Wait a second, Q.
Okay, here we go. Now, if you didn't think this conversation was stupid, if you didn't think this was a very low IQ, that all these people up here, minus our brother right there, Mike Banks, I'm not sure about the girl at the end down there either, but if you don't think these 3, We Unlock, Q, PP, if you don't think these 3 are looking forward to attending FDMG, just let We Unlock talk. If you don't think that these guys are not waiting for FDMG to open for they can go to school and be educated by Ifa Hude, then you have a serious problem. Now let's listen to this guy as he explains this whole school issue with Umar Johnson. Now this is We Unlock. Now look, he's smiling. He sat up in the chair, so he's sitting up in the chair. He's smiling. Now let's listen to this fool as he carries on with the most ignorant statement that you can wrap your mind around.
Like,
I love the numbers.
Be real.
No, I love the numbers. No, let's listen to the numbers. So when he start collecting funds.
Look, I know, and that's my point. Look, I'm from.
No.
Like, listen. I live in South Carolina, and I know Umar said he's been collecting funds since 2014. But I've been to his lecture, and I've seen him collect funds before that in 2012. I've been to his lecture.
Sure. Let me. I'm gonna say this about land.
Umar's been collecting money before 2014. I swear to God, I put that on everything.
Was he collecting gifts? Because anybody can give a gift.
No, this is what he told us. He told us about the school. This is the first time I heard about the school in person, and he collected money for the school.
What school? You have to have a building in place to have a school. What school? What school did he have, sir?
He was collecting money for the school.
What school?
The school that he never opened. That's what I'm saying. He's been collecting money before 2014.
What was school? I don't want. Was it a school in Detroit? Was it a school in Nashville?
Which one of you mean which one of his many school scams? This one, the latest one. That's what you want to hear? Because he's had a multiple of them.
He had this one.
He literally said he put in a bid for St. Paul's, and there's no bid for St. Paul's because you could check it.
No. But you say this latest.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about.
No, but you said
everything
this latest
but that.
one.
This is somebody that don't take care of his own kids. This is somebody that tell black people how to live their lives.
Because you
tell people who to sleep with.
Right now. You're trolling right now. You're trolling.
Oh my God.
Trolling. Come on.
This is why you're trolling.
And I know you come from Lennon on his camp. So I'm not letting you slide.
Okay, we unlock. Can I holler at you real quick? Okay, this is like an honest question. How is it trolling? Why do you guys always refer to people that question these things as
trolling? I can tell you how.
Can I tell you how? Unlock? Like I'm talking about.
I want to explain how you trolling.
Can I holler at you real quick, bro? Like it's a genuine question. It's a genuine question, right?
I'm gonna tell you how.
Why every time someone always asks a question? This is not a school that's like a year, 5 years late.
I'm gonna tell you how you're trolling,
10 years late. How is it that every time someone asks a
simple question, how you're trolling, sir?
Like, where's this board of directors? You can't open a fucking school without.
You're trolling. You're trolling.
Y'all motherfuckers are retarded. Suck my dick. Fuck y'all.
You know what? He was a troll.
No, ma'am.
Do I need to replay? I'm gonna replay that. That was a good ending
This
right
is what
there.
I don't. You're trolling.
Why y'all motherfuckers are retarded? Suck my dick. Fuck y'all.
You know what? He was a
One more
A
time.
year, 5 years later.
One more time, but a little bit
10 years
slower.
late. How is it? Why y'all motherfuckers are retarded? Suck my dick. Fuck y'all.